tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
This thing together, stand this storm forever. Nothing's gonna.
Oh wow,
that's what the Jets are singing right now. We can stand this storm forever.
Welcome to AfterBuzz Monday Night Football After Show. This is Kevin John's request for our opening song.
This is just a great song to start to.
He's coming around. He's coming around to the Jets. He's coming around.
And, you know, it's inspirational to the Jets. You know, what can stop them at this point?
Every team in the league.
Very true.
Pretty much, except the Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey, I would like to see the Jets play the Raiders.
We did already. We
that
beat
was
them.
your one.
The
Jaguars
Jaguars
one
only,
win.
Jaguars only won one game.
Hello.
And you guys barely beat the Raiders too. It was like 19-14.
Whatever. It was a W. It was the only one we had. So leave me alone.
A win is a
no,
win.
Just kidding.
So if you're new to the show, we start off usually bashing the Jets.
That's what happens.
What happens?
That's just how we do it.
I want to see the Jags and the Jets. That's what I want to see. That's the matchup I want to see.
Probably be the worst.
I mean, I just
game.
want to see that matchup.
That'd be a toilet bowl game.
The toilet bowl.
But if you think about it, we were terrible on Sunday, and like I was just saying to Kevin, I take the small wins that we have. Matt Sims played this weekend. Makes me happy. He needs to play more. Michael Vick's got a little foot thing going on. Who knows?
What I do know is that I'm your host, Christina Kaplan.
And I also know that her team, the San Diego Chargers, got a big fat donut.
Yeah, we
by the
played
Dolphins.
really bad.
The Fins
But like I
squished
said,
you.
every good team has a bad day.
To the mahi
Any
mahi.
given Sunday, you guys.
You know, I haven't
Can
seen
you guys
that
introduce yourselves
Cardinals have
before we
mini
keep
bag
talking?
days.
Thaddeus Massey.
I'm Kevin John.
I'm Stef Z, the token Jets fan.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Token.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Token, because she's the only one. But anyways,
Hey, man. I almost want to jump to my news because it's that good.
Whatever.
Talking about
We don't wanna
Jets
hear
fans.
it.
No, you do.
We don't want to hear it.
You say the token Jet fan. I don't know if you guys heard, but some Jets fans got together, made a website to raise money.
Yeah, $10,000.
They raised $10,000
This is true.
in 5 days
I
to
heard about
put
this.
a billboard up
To fire,
to fire our general manager. They're going to have a billboard outside the stadium starting in a couple weeks to fire the GM. They
It
thought
wasn't the
that
coach? I thought it was the head coach.
No, GM.
Rex
John.
Ryan is
no,
that.
it's not. They're not
Right.
doing it for Rex. They're doing it for John.
Okay.
And literally they said that they thought it was going to take maybe to the end of the season they'd have it. No, 5 days they raised over $10,000.
That's crazy.
That's kind of amazing.
That just shows you what, garbage
Wow.
teams, their fan bases do for the general manager. You won't see any billboards going up in San Francisco or in San Diego
Jesus.
or Arizona.
true.
A lot of times you see them for those teams that are just so horrific.
Well, that's because we don't have fair-weathered fans. The 40,
I was just about to go there.
We have the most loyal fan base
horseshit.
behind the 12th man of Seattle. I would
No
say
way.
San Fran is
No,
right
I
up there
think
with Florida.
Seattle
No
is
way.
a fair weather fan city.
Too, yeah.
There's
What?
so many
Who was Seattle
random
Seahawks fans
Seahawks
7 years
fans
ago?
now. Yeah, that never
Same thing
never
with
knew
the
who
Niners.
the Seahawks were.
I've been going to the same place in Venice watching the Jets play for about 10 years. And in the past, 3 years, there's this whole Niners pack because you guys are winning and doing good, and you got Kaepernick and this, that, and the other thing. No, dude, it's totally changed.
No, it's called loyalty. And I was just thinking...
No, it's not called loyalty. It's called they sleep in when the 49ers suck. They don't get up and go to the game to see the consistent losing that
I would
do.
have to say that the 49ers, they do have some bandwagoners, but not even close to the Seahawks.
Thank you.
Right,
Yeah,
but
well,
they do.
No.
We don't have any bandwagon. That's one thing we don't
No,
have
that's
is
true.
bandwagon fans.
The
No.
Seahawks
Well,
for
you
crying out
haven't
loud.
won in so long that you don't know if you
Hey,
have
man, I'm okay
bandwagon
with
fans.
that. Whatever. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm about to say this bar that you go to every week for the last 10 years to watch the Jets lose.
Right.
What is the
Nikki is
reaction
Venice
that
Beach.
Where?
Nikki's in Venice Beach.
So those were where the
Shout out
losers
to
hang out
Nikki's.
at.
I've been there, never to watch football, but I've been there.
I don't go there anymore.
So if you're thinking of maybe doing something different and watching it elsewhere, since clearly that routine every Sunday going there is not working for your team?
Well, I used to bring changes, and I don't know that, again, you guys would not probably have recognized this, but Rex Ryan has changed his outfit that he wore. His token white shirt with the sweater vest thing. He has changed it up the past 2 games. He has worn it for years since he started. It has changed. So he's changing it up too. No, I'm not going to change up my bar because I've been going there for so long, so I still get a big TV. If I go somewhere else, the Jets are probably like, you have to like tune in on the radio in the corner.
The corner. The corner.
We just heard that New York accent there.
It sneaks out every once in a while.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
All right, so let's get to Monday Night Football, which we had tonight. The Colts versus the Giants.
Speaking of New York having
sucky teams.
A team that has somebody that's petitioning right now. I don't know. The Giants fans might have to be petitioning after tonight.
Yes.
It was pretty brutal.
The Colts won 40-24.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
No.
Yeah, because, I mean, the Giants offense... They had some sparks of greatness for a while. A few weeks back, you saw Larry Donnell kind of arose from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You have Odell Beckham Jr., their rookie, who's playing well.
Odell.
He had a great game tonight. But it's just like I really don't know. It's maybe injuries, maybe just it's Eli Manning.
I think it's a bit of a lot. Sorry, but it's almost the same. Like Eli got a lot of new players, but then again, so did Tom Brady. You know what I mean? And Eli, for me, like I've always said, and I like the Giants too. I'm not like the Jets fan that hates the Giants, but to me, he's kind of always looks like he has poop in his diaper. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he gets out there and he commands attention.
You mean Eli?
Yeah, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and again, I'm not really a Patriots fan, but it's like Tom Brady. He's like, okay, these are the cards I'm dealt. I'm the leader here. I'm gonna put something together and figure out how to win, because he was off to like a little bit of a shaky start. And it's like Eli, so it's when we make excuses because they have new players and rookies, it's like Eli's a vet though. He should be there getting those guys ready.
Right.
Yeah, I actually, for once, I agree with you, Steph. I think you made a very good point. Brady, the one thing that solidifies an elite quarterback is somebody that's a leader, first of all, and has those intangibles, which Brady does. Right. And there's no other quarterback in the league that has done less, and that has done more with less than Tom Brady. Now that he has Gronkowski back, clearly it's a whole other situation. But, if you look at Eli, I agree. Whether a guy Eli just looks always discombobulated out there. Like if you look at his brother play, man, his brother is like the prototypical leader out there on the field. Right. Eli's the exact opposite. He always looks confused. He looks like he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't look like he's calling the correct audibles. And I think because of his inconsistent play, the Giants they're going to struggle behind him unless he commands the team. Right. And also, to his defense, one of his leading receivers, Victor Cruz, is out for the rest of the season. Yeah. So,
right, but still.
But that does have, because he has a really good rhythm.
Does.
He has great rhythm with Victor Cruz.
And so let me ask you then. Obviously, we know he's won 2 Super Bowls. Do you think that it's because he had a much better supporting cast that is the reason why he won those Super Bowls, or is he just himself in a slump of play right now?
Well, look who he had when he won those Super Bowls. Ahmad Bradshaw, who, funny enough, plays for the Colts now. Cruz, Manningham, Hicks.
Who plays?
Yeah, whatever. But he had a solid team around. I'm trying to think of all the other people that he had, but he had a solid team around him. He had, 2 of his wide receivers, I think, made the Pro Bowl in each of those years, and he doesn't have that now. And Manning, I don't think, is the type of quarterback that you can go out there and put the weight of the offense on his shoulders and say, you have to win games for us. He's not that kind of quarterback. He needs a well-built offensive system around him, and if he doesn't have it, you're going to see what happened tonight, and he's going to crash and burn.
Right.
He's been a little funky last season, too.
For me, it seems like a lack of enthusiasm. Just his body language and
he's got poop in his diaper.
Yeah, it's a lack of enthusiasm. At least if you have poop in your diapers, have enthusiasm to get it out. I just don't feel like he doesn't feel enthusiastic. There's no charisma behind his body language to actually the conviction in his gameplay it's just not. It's just it definitely wasn't there tonight. It was really horrible to see the performance of how he led the organization to that.
Yeah, I mean, they had
smashing.
They had no run game. They
Hulk
had
smash. That's what I felt like.
They
I
had
felt like the Colts were like the Incredible Hulk, and they were just smashing on the Giants.
Eli had
it was horrible.
a
It was painful to watch.
tremendous amount of incompletions tonight.
Yes.
He could not connect. He was 25 for 52.
Ooh, that's
which
under
is less than
50%.
half.
He could
Yeah.
not
Yeah, it
connect
is.
with his receivers. I mean, towards the end of the game, he started getting in a little bit better rhythm. Odell Beckham Jr. had 8 receptions for 156 yards.
Odell.
Ruben Randall was 4 for 49 yards. Larry Donnell 4 for 25, 1 touchdown. Like, it was just a lot of balls that I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Did you think that there were a lot of balls that were not thrown well, or that should have been caught and the receivers were off?
There were some
tonight?
drop passes.
There was
Especially the
yeah,
first
you think
half.
it was a mix
In the
of
first
both?
half, there was a lot of drop
Yeah.
passes.
Both.
Yeah, I think it was almost evenly both.
Yeah, it was both.
Because you would see overthrown passes to nowhere, but then you would see them hit the hands, and you're like, what? Like if you get hit in the numbers,
Yeah.
you're supposed to catch the freaking ball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
You're
agree.
in the NFL.
Right.
I agree, but the thing that a lot of times people fail to realize, especially in the NFL, is that it takes time to build chemistry with your receivers to be on the same page. And when you see Eli, who's playing with a young receiving corp, and if you're going to use the Tom Brady comparison, that is the lone exception. But it takes a long time for him to do that, and he wasn't anticipating having Cruz out. And you're seeing the offensive struggle in front of us. So I can't put it all on Eli. I think he does need to be a better leader, but I think he needs talent around him. He's not the quarterback you can put everything on and say
Because
win
Brady
games.
doesn't have nearly as many first-year true rookie players on his team that Manning does.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr., that guy C. Washington, Andre Williams, all 3 of those guys in the starting lineup, or in major roles in the offense, all rookies, first-year players.
Right, but
Larry Donnell, undrafted out of I don't even know where.
But I get that
Morehouse.
they're rookies, but it's like these guys have been playing football for 10 years. It's not the first time they're catching a football just because they're a
10
rookie,
years.
or however long
At
they've been
least.
playing. I'm saying like pro, college, high
Pop
school,
Warner,
right.
like since it's been on a super competitive level. It's like
Right.
there's I don't know, and maybe I'm just being harsh, and I know I don't play in the NFL, but it's like seriously, like you're at that level to drop pass after pass after pass. I can't fathom it. I don't understand. It's not like it's where these football players were taking them and they're playing like, badminton, like something they've never played, and they're missing the birdie. It's like their whole career, all they've been doing is catch the freaking football.
Right.
Yeah. And
So
catching
why
passes
is it okay?
fundamental. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
that-
like you catch the ball.
Yeah.
You throw the ball, you catch it. Eli, he throws it, you catch. I mean, I get like misreads of plays, like that to me is chemistry, and that's rookie stuff that's going on because it's the first time they're seeing this game plan and whatever. But like when the ball is thrown directly at you and you're looking at the quarterback and it hits you in the numbers and you drop it, no excuse.
There's also Ben McAdoo, a brand new offensive coordinator for them. So maybe that's another thing. Eli's still getting used to his play calling or something like that. I mean, we're halfway through the season, so I can't really see that as an excuse. I just don't know what to think about him. And we talked about this when we had them on Monday Night Football in the beginning of the year. Who did they play? I can't remember
The
now.
Giants? In the beginning,
I can
what's
tell
the
you.
I
name?
don't think you were on our show yet.
Well, I
No,
guess
I'm just
exempt
saying.
from answering the question.
No,
then.
you can answer the question, but I'm just saying. I think
Yes,
when this,
you cannot. You're
this-
banned.
So I was like, okay.
No, but I remember saying yes because I remember Thaddeus was saying that Eli Manning is a definite Hall of Fame candidate, and I disagreed with that because
Lions.
Okay, yeah. So
They
that was
played
like
And
the
you
the
disagree
first.
with that
Whoa,
Because-
pause. What did you say? You disagree with him?
Because I said that he's definitely he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And
I don't
she's
think it's a definite.
candidate.
I don't think
he's
it's a
definitely going to be a
definite.
candidate, and she's.
I understand 2 Super Bowl rings. Yes, that's great, but if you look at just his overall career, I feel like there's been a lot more lows than there has been highs. And people don't think Eli Manning great quarterback. That's not the first thing they're going to say when you ask them about Eli Manning.
See, that's another thing that's
what
not true. A lot of people do believe that Eli Manning is a great quarterback.
I think I agree with Thaddeus. Even though he's not like a lot of people put him up there
they put
with
him up there.
the Bradys and the Paytons and
You might not, but
Yeah,
a
and the
lot of
Drew
people do.
Brees.
I don't
I
think he's a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame yet. I think I can't get behind him. I feel like you guys have all said, he goes out there with no confidence, and that's not what you look at as a great quarterback. Somebody that is going to go out there and look confused the whole time and look like, I don't understand why they're not catching my passes. Like, that's what he looks like.
Tina,
Maybe he was confused at the offensive strategy they chose to go out there with. Maybe he didn't agree with it.
Well,
looked like
he's got to take command and
Yeah, it doesn't
throw
matter.
the safe play, or there's got to be like the play that like, oh shit, if everything else is going wrong, we can do this and we can run the ball, we can pass the ball, and we can make something happen.
Yeah. No. I agree. It looked like the Giants didn't practice at all this whole week. Like they just took the week off.
Well, did you hear what
It looked
Eli
like a practice.
said
That's what it looked like.
after
the game. Like
what he said
practicing.
after the game? He's like, we look so good and we play so well in practice all week, but we just can't perform in the games.
Well,
Well,
that
then
was what he said.
like they
that's-
always say, practice is rehearsal for the actual game, and you play how you practice. So
And
I don't
especially
know.
when you're at home, that's not an excuse.
Yeah, that's
like
terrible.
I get certain stadiums you go to, it's loud, you thrown off
Seahawks.
a little bit. Yeah, but it's like, come on.
But getting back to what you said about his Hall of Fame candidacy, I actually somewhat agree with Tina on that. And the reason I'll say that is because if you take away Eli's 2 Super Bowl rings, he wouldn't even be in a conversation.
Exactly.
But you
That's what I'm
can't,
saying.
you can't take it
Now
away
you-
because he's already accomplished
He
it.
did
So-
achieve those, and
Okay.
honestly, both Super Bowl rings he did win
Right.
in impressive, emphatic manner. Especially the last one, he won like 3 playoff games on the road.
Right.
So that does attest to his brilliance in the postseason. But I'm just talking about if you do look at his stats and just look at his overall career as a whole, minus the Super Bowls, I don't think it's a Hall of Fame career.
Right. So compare his career to his brothers right now.
Who lost twice in the Super Bowl, actually.
Who has?
Okay, first of all,
That's
I
a
don't
good, that's
compare.
fun.
I don't compare Eli and Peyton. I think that it's, the fact that Eli has 2 Super Bowl rings and the fact that he is a Manning, it makes it easy just to throw him in the basket of the Manning legacy.
Legacy, yeah.
I would never compare Eli to Peyton. I don't think they're even comparable, not even close. They just both have the same last name and the same dad and the same mom. That's it, as far as I'm concerned. Eli does have 2 Super Bowl rings, and I do agree with part of what you're saying. Yeah, you take away those 2 Super Bowl rings, what much is there?
Exactly.
But you got to remember that when you're dealing with this sports game, it's a business, and he has all the right components to fit candidacy of all the things I just mentioned.
Yeah.
So he is going to be a candidate regardless.
No,
if he got
well,
injured
and he
if he had a
didn't start
career-ending injury
sucking.
right now, he will still be a candidate.
Okay.
I agree.
See,
He
I agree.
started sucking
Yeah.
recently. The beginning of Eli, like his career, I feel like has like plateaued and almost started going down.
But in the beginning-
he used to be. He was like the new big thing.
No. Actually, they wrote him off. I think the second season he had a catastrophic career season, and I remember in the beginning they were actually going to bring in a new quarterback, or they were requesting a trade. This was back in like 05 or something, and he was going through it, and then he resurrected himself. The 06, the year before they went to the Super Bowl, he started actually playing good. So
Yeah, he had a bad first season, but I'm saying like from 06 to like 10, like he had a good few seasons. Like the past 2-3 seasons, he's been kind of meh.
No, I think I'm gonna bring up the stats on him to
Do it.
have some justification behind my statements here. But no, I mean I do agree with I agree with everyone's point.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is like if you look at Hall of Fame candidacy, one of the first thing they look at is postseason rings, things of that sort.
Right.
If you have the hardware, then you're pretty much in there. All right, but
I like that. That was cute. You have the
exact-
hardware, you're pretty much in there.
That was kind of hot.
You're a poet.
I'm a
you don't even
hashtag.
know it.
Ooh, that's another good one.
Kevin John, what was
If-
that?
She
You're
said
a
I'm,
poet and you don't even know it.
Oh my God.
we rhyming on here tonight. We rhyme. I forgot what I was
easy
saying.
being
But
cheesy. Oh!
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you. You know what?
Horrible.
Sometimes I feel like a blet when I'm going for the Jets. No, that one didn't work that well.
That was a crash
that
and
was,
burn.
That was horrible. Yeah. Anyways, as you were,
Yeah.
2-minute timeout for me on that one.
All right.
I'm gonna
cool.
have to take your mic again.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Right.
No. I think when you're looking at potential Hall of Famers, the first person that I can bring up that comes to my mind only because I work with him and he is not in the Hall of Fame, and
Terrell
I think
Davis?
Yeah, Terrell Davis, sorry. And he's not in the Hall of Fame. And you look at his career, granted cut short, could have probably done much more with it. But somebody like that, where his entire career in the NFL, I don't remember any bad seasons like this where he just had a horrible season. He was a freaking 2,000-yard rusher.
Yeah.
You know,
and
he's
a Super Bowl
won
MVP.
Yes. Okay. So that's what when I think about a Hall of Fame shoe-in.
Hall of Fame.
Because he had his career was cut short. It was cut premature. He retired by 30, I think, and he only had like I think 5 or 6 seasons. So they probably felt it was, unfair to consider somebody like that.
I mean, maybe he will be eventually inducted, but that's what I'm thinking of when I think of somebody who's a shoo-in in the Hall of Fame is somebody like TD, not Eli Manning, who looks like a shitty quarterback. He looked horrible tonight, and in the past couple of games, he's looked horrible.
Well, maybe Terrell Davis should change his last name to Manning, and he'll get inducted.
Right.
Now, speaking of I know, right? Speaking of Hall of Fame, and to get back to this game, another interesting conversation I heard about whether this person will be inducted to the Hall of Fame, because I guess for kickers they don't show as much grace to, is Adam Vinatieri, who kicked 4 field goals tonight, and pretty much, little known fact, both Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, 2 of the best quarterbacks of all time, neither of them won a Super Bowl without Adam Vinatieri. So, if you look at somebody like that, he has the rings, he has the hardware, so he should be in there.
Yes.
But because he's a place kicker, do you think that he will still be granted that trip in the to the Hall of Fame?
Should he? Yes. Kickers actually are
screwed.
the pinnacle to launch a team to the next game, so to speak, without elimination.
Exactly.
So, I mean, definitely there's a lot of weight on those guys. They actually don't have a lot of pressure on them, at all. They get to let me finish.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They have a lot of time just to, lay back and not do much. But then was when you need them, it's like all the weight of the world is on them more so than everybody else.
Yep.
So when they come through in those clutch moments, that is when their star rises and they're actually able to show how important they were to this team propelling to the next game or to the next level or whatever. And Adam Vinatieri has definitely done that.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
So it's actually, they could be the biggest loser or the biggest winner.
Hero.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think after tonight he had kicked like 28 field goals in a row or something, and he had 2 40-plus yard field goals tonight.
Yeah.
3 actually that were over
3
40.
of them, yeah. So
and he's over 42.
Yeah,
still doing
he's
it.
been around for a while. So I do agree with you as well, Thaddeus. I think he should be, but I wouldn't, it wouldn't shock me if he's not inducted.
I kind of would be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah,
Guy's been around for a long time. He's done a lot.
I think because I was going to say when you look at all the other kickers, the Grammaticas, the Jason Elams,
right.
the who's the Raiders kicker? He's pretty much the only good thing the Raiders have now.
Janikowski,
Sebastian. Even Praters, who got released recently. But when you look at some of the greats, Vinatieri just totally distinguishes himself amongst all of them.
Definitely.
I mean, if you look at the amount of kicks that he's made in Super Bowls in the postseason, literally, like I said, Tom Brady would not have had 2 Super Bowl rings if it wasn't for Vinatieri kicking last-minute kicks, not just in the Super Bowl, but in the playoffs to get him
them there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, I understand. Yes, any position
they can be taken
player,
for granted a lot. Just
Exactly.
Because
And
it's like
underappreciated,
you
yeah.
expect
There
to
you
make
go.
it after they have this high percentage of making it all the time. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, just send such and such in and kick the field goal. And then, okay, we'll keep moving on with the game. It's like, no, what happens when that expected 3 points doesn't come?
Yes.
Now it's just your whole game plan is like, wait a minute. You have to rearrange and re-strategize your whole game plan, all because you didn't make these given 3 points. So you have a guy that you can count on to that level. It speaks volumes.
Yes.
So yeah,
Agreed.
I think he'll go.
Right,
I think he'll go for
and did
candidacy.
you see the Colts punter, Pat McAfee, as well? tremendous punts all night tonight.
Yeah.
He had them in great field position every single time he punted the ball. And he always says, you know, punters are people too.
Talk about
And
underappreciated.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I think
exactly.
the punter is a
Really-
lot more underappreciated.
They don't
Exactly.
score
than
points.
Yeah.
Exactly.
because they don't score points.
Right.
Exactly.
But like I just said, he put them in great field position every single time he
Right.
had a chance to punt the ball tonight. So it's like you gotta. I mean, I don't think they'll ever get the respect that the rest of the team probably gets, but you know they do deserve it because they are a crucial part of the game, of the team. They, especially the kickers, because if all the game comes down to a field goal and the weight of the world is on your shoulders, like Thaddeus said, you know, it's up to you for your team to win.
deliver.
And if you miss the kick, then everyone's gonna blame you, even though
Yeah.
your team got you there.
Exactly.
You know?
Just a side note, I can't wait till the NFL gets a Johnny football type of kicker.
They had one, Kickalicious. Do you remember Kickalicious?
Who was that?
Who's kicker?
You don't know who Kickalicious was? You
Educate
never
us.
saw the guy who made a YouTube video of him like drop kicking a ball. It was like a rugby player or something. He like drop kicked the ball and kicked it into. Oh, if we were in the other studio, I would make Steven pull it up. He literally drop kicks a ball into like a moving canoe. He drop kicks a ball through a basketball.
Yeah, but
hoop.
he's not in the NFL.
Right, but he was. The Detroit Lions signed him at the beginning 2 years ago for like preseason in the first couple games, and then he got dropped. But literally, guy never played football before. Kickalicious was with the Detroit Lions.
Okay, but which sounds pretty interesting and entertaining.
Yeah.
But my question is,
I'm talking
kinda
about
like-
a guy who sticks and who's
Yeah.
actually
Right, but
comes with that whole charisma, and like a guy who comes and talks shit and he's like, you guys wouldn't be going anywhere if it wasn't for me. Like, you know, a guy who just has that like Terrell Owens at his prime cockiness.
a Richard Sherman kicker.
Exactly. I want to see
Okay.
a guy,
Kaepernick
a
kicker?
kicker like that.
But see, my
Oh,
thing
okay.
is, as a kicker, excuse me,
A Kaepernick kicker.
Anyways.
Kaepernick. Say that 5
A
times.
kicker, Nick.
Kaepernick. Hey,
Kicker.
Packers, how do you guys feel about Kaepernick? All right, so anyways, to anyone that's seen the last couple of postseasons, they know what I'm talking about. So anyways, like I was saying,
Oh, he did
my
just
God.
do that.
so anyways, like I was
I
saying,
haven't recovered yet.
I'm glad you guys caught that. So, but anyways, are you pulling the mic? Okay.
No, we need to pull the camera. We need to pull the camera away.
I want to see the lip gloss on your leather jacket or on the bicep. Go ahead.
Oh my God, this
So-
Kickalicious video. You guys are watching it.
Anyways, no. What I'm saying, Thaddeus, yes, that would be entertaining, but
It'll be
as a
great.
kicker, I would hate to say this, and I may get flack for saying this, but you kind of have to know your role. You cannot be the outspoken person on your team. Because you kick. You're not supposed to be the leader. You're not supposed to do anything or say anything that can spark division in the locker room because you're a kicker. You have to know.
Whoa,
and I'm not trying to
It's kind
devalue.
of like
Whoa,
the drummer of
whoa,
a
whoa.
band.
Okay,
You're just
okay.
in the back.
Yeah.
You're setting the,
I
the
don't
tone
agree
and
with
the
that.
pace.
Exactly.
You gotta make
I
those
don't agree with
clutch
that. And let me tell you
changes.
why I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that simply because you're on a team. It's a team sport, and there's not one component of the team that's less important or more important than the other components. They all need each other. They're a fine, well-oiled machine that have to work together in order to conquer, right? So if you don't have a good kicker, it's like missing free throws all the damn time.
No, I'm not talking about
So-
whether or not you have a good kicker. I'm talking about this T.O. outspoken kicker that's just...
I mean,
But if
Yeah.
he can back it up,
if he can back it up
Then-
and he's helping them excel, then it's kind of like, well, what do you say? I mean, we were like right there on the edge, and there was like so many seconds left, and he bailed us out again. Well, what can you say to a
See,
guy
the
who's
problem is
walking
that-
the walk
Right,
and
but
talking
you
If you're a
the
kinda
talk?
kicker
just-
like that, you better never miss a field goal.
yeah, that's what we're
you
saying.
better never miss. If you're gonna,
Thierry, we need to meet so we can,
Work on your
I
swag.
can, get your swag up. You know
I mean,
what I'm
imagine
saying?
if Vinatieri
Mint
was like...
coat, some cigars, pop some bottles
No,
of champagne.
okay. Vinatieri, we love you. We think you did a great job tonight. But
Oh, I
that's
love
enough
Vinatieri.
talking about kickers and punters. I want to ask you, do you guys think the Giants have a chance to actually turn this season around?
No.
Actually,
Think that it's over for them?
Yeah.
I say yes because you're looking at a team that in 2012 Super Bowl that was 9-7, barely a game over 500 that won 3 consecutive playoff games on the road, and I'm not just talking about against sorry teams. They went against Candlestick Park. They played at the Niners. They played a lot of good teams up to that point.
Have you seen their schedule?
I've learned never count out the Giants.
So.
They played the Seahawks, then the Niners.
I don't think he.
And then the Lions,
the
or
Cowboys, the Jaguars, the Titans, the Redskins, the Rams, the Eagles. They'll win 3 of those games.
Maybe.
They do have a really tough schedule now that I look at it.
No, it's not.
I've learned never count.
It's a rebuilding year.
Who would have thought the Giants would have beat the freaking Patriots in 2007 when they were undefeated?
Bro,
Nobody
we're talking
thought
about
that was gonna
2014
happen.
right now where these guys stand. It doesn't look good for them.
I bet you they'll beat the 49ers, though.
Oh!
You know what? Yeah, I was trying to be nice. I was really trying to be nice.
I don't care. I can take
I haven't
it.
said a lot about the Jets
I
today.
know, but you get so offended, and so does Christina with the all caps text.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, my team lost. They played really bad, and I'm not used to losing. I'm sorry. I'm not a Jets fan, so I don't know what it's
Hey,
like.
I don't know.
Bill's character.
Okay, wait.
I'm
37.
not even upset.
37-0. I gotta say
By
that the
the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins
I
might have
know.
performed.
What is the Dolphins' record?
might have played a little. They might have
They
played
won
well.
3 in a row.
Yeah, so they might have played
We've
well.
lost
No, the
3 in a
Dolphins are
row.
good.
The
this
Chargers probably played bad.
Oh, now
and
you're
the
saying
Dolphins
that-
Their
played well.
Dolphins
Okay.
are good, but they still beat you 37-0, which I think is the biggest shutout of the
Yes,
league
it
this
is.
season.
It is. And I said any given Sunday, anything can
That means
happen.
they never
You know
even
what?
got in field goal range. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure the kicker would have at least.
Yeah.
But you know what? It makes me think if the Chargers got beat 37-0 by the Dolphins, and the Chargers beat the Jets 31-0, then really, where does that put your team at?
Well, we're going to play the Dolphins on Monday Night Football, so we'll all see,
Ooh,
won't we?
I can't wait.
Can't wait to see
cannot
that.
wait.
On December 1st.
So let's flip it over to
And let's see if we get beat 37-0. Because even if we lose, if it's not 37-0, I win. It's those
Yeah, that-
little wins as a Jet fan, the little wins.
She's going to be
All
like,
right.
come on, just get a safety.
We'll see. We'll see.
I love the Chargers
You know,
too, but
like-
that was a beatdown.
It was. I'm not denying
it
it.
was-
I wanted to text you like halfway through, and I was just like, nope, I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait.
Anyways, let's talk about the Colts, you guys. They played really well tonight. They
They
got
did.
Bradshaw
whooped.
was swagging.
They got whooped in their last game.
Andrew Luck was swagging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew Luck's the real deal.
Man.
They lost to the Steelers,
Yeah.
51-34. So
He's got the Manning's number, this guy.
yeah, no. So
Luck.
Eli, that's what they were saying. Eli Manning has never beat the Colts, the Chargers, and the Titans. Those are the 3 teams that he's never beat
Ever.
ever.
Yeah. Did you see, real quick, did you see, I don't know if you guys saw, but they had a really cool thing that they showed that Archie Manning and Oliver Luck, both their
they
both
played
played-
on the Houston Oilers together,
Yeah.
which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until tonight.
That was
Yeah, so Andrew Luck's his 7th consecutive 300 pass yard game.
franchise record.
Wasn't
Yes.
it? Is it on the road or just? I think it was
Consecutive.
5, and then it was 5 on the road.
That's a lot,
He's
right?
got something on the road too with 300.
So he was 25 for 46
Oh, yeah.
with
It was, like, on the road.
354
Yeah.
yards and 4 touchdowns tonight.
He's like Manning 2.0 for that team.
He is, and you know what? I'm gonna say this:
3.0.
Andrew Luck could be a dark horse
2.5.
MVP candidate this year.
I agree, and
I-
that's what a lot of people are talking about.
He's
I
a dark
think,
horse MVP candidate.
Yes, he plays with the confidence that you want to see in a quarterback.
Yes.
He knows how to work the pocket. He's great at scanning the field, looking for the open receivers.
Oh, he was dropping dimes
Yeah,
tonight.
6 and 3.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good quarterback, and I feel like this is just like he's just kind of on his way up. You know what
He's
I mean?
still
He has
learning.
not come anywhere near his
most
full
definitely.
potential.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
the thing I am gonna have to say, him versus Eli, look at the talent he has around him.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
Hall of Fame wide
Okay,
receiver
forget
Reggie
the
Wayne.
forget the talent
Hilton.
that he has around him.
Yeah, I don't
Look at the
buy
talent
this
he
whole thing.
possesses.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're right. You're right.
I mean,
give you
Yeah.
it's not even comparable.
He does
I
have
agree with you.
Bradshaw,
Not
though.
even
It was
close.
really fun seeing Bradshaw play against the Giants.
I know.
He was swagging. You see how confident he looked
Yeah.
walking away.
But you know
It
what?
was really funny too.
He was like-
Williams, who wears 44 for the Giants now too, he played well
Yes,
too.
he
He
did.
looked
He did.
like Bradshaw.
He
Like
did.
if you didn't know that there was a switch, you would think
Yeah.
that. Some fans probably thought like that it was still him because he played very similar.
But you know what? As far as tonight is concerned, and I'm not taking anything away from Luck. I
Yeah.
mean, dude is a beast. There's a reason he passed for 7 consecutive 300-yard games, and he has 20 however many touchdowns. Obviously, he's a beast. However, I don't know tonight if it was much as it was good offense that he put up or just a total meltdown and breakdown in the Giants secondary. Yeah. If you saw two of those touchdowns that Andrew Luck threw, there was nobody within 10 yards. All the way around radius. Right. One of them was to the tight end. It was like a 23-yard touchdown, and the other one was right in the end zone when he did the fake handoff to Bradshaw. Tight end was wide. So I'm like, okay, anybody could have threw it and gotten them. Geno Smith could have threw the ball to the wide open man like that and made it.
Or Geno Smith was inactive this weekend, so he would not have thrown that ball.
Excuse me. Michael Vick would have been able to get the ball there.
Or maybe Luck just read the defense and audible to something that he knew would just.
Yeah,
I don't
expose the defense.
I don't care what you said. I think Ray
Kid is smart, dude. He went to Stanford, so he's a smart guy.
He also was in.
Richard Sherman.
He also went to
Peyton
Manning's passing academy in 2011, I believe.
He went to what?
Peyton Manning's passing academy.
Oh wow!
So he's kind of been somewhat of a protege under him.
I'm sure he studied.
Yes.
He's
how
definitely
cool
studied.
is that? I mean, not to digress for a second, but how cool is that when you? It's like he goes to this academy, you're coming up, you're a college player, and you look up to these pros, and now you're playing them. Not only playing them, but you're beating them. Like, that's got to be so cool.
Right.
Sorry, just wanted to
no one on the Jets would know that feeling. But anyways, I think what's really impressive is the fact that,
why don't you just take me right under and roll right back over me with the bus and tell me how great Sanchez played this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, keep going.
He didn't butt fumble. There was a butt catch TD catch this weekend though. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
KC. But anyways, Andrew Luck, like I said, out of all the quarterbacks coming in that class, was that 2011 when they had Russell Wilson, RG3, Andrew Luck, and I think there was another quarterback that came in there. But out of that whole class, which they said was one of the most talented quarterback draft classes ever, I think Andrew Luck, even though Russell Wilson has won a Super Bowl ring, I give him that. But I still think Andrew Luck is the best quarterback out of all of them.
I agree.
Did Russell Wilson have a better supporting cast?
Oh, well, that goes. Come on. I mean, I know we don't like to talk about the talent around him, but let's keep it real. Russell Wilson will pass for about 150 yards a game, and his team will still win.
Right, but do you think who do you think is a better quarterback, Russell Wilson or Andrew Luck?
I would say Andrew Luck. I'll put it like this: Andrew Luck has to do more than Russell. Russell has Marshawn Lynch. Russell has a phenomenal well, even though this year the defense is not as good, but Russell has just the perfect surrounding cast. Andrew Luck, I feel, has to do more. Now, Andrew Luck's receivers, I think, are better than Russell Wilson's receivers, but I still think that a lot more is asked of Andrew Luck than it is to Russell Wilson.
But he delivers.
He does, because the Indy offense has the most points and yards of total offense in the NFL right now.
And Andrew Luck is leading every quarterback in the NFL in passing yards this year.
He is.
I would say he's Peyton Jr.
And which is because he's Peyton's successor as well.
Right. Exactly. And so also, like I said, he's had 7 consecutive games. The record is 9, set by Drew Brees twice. So he's 2 off. And they play. Who do they play? They have a bye week, and then they play the Patriots. So that's going to be a real test to this team. Is going up against the Patriots, who are on a roll right now, who are arguably...
What's the Patriots' record right now?
7-2.
They're arguably the best team in the AFC.
Arguably.
Over the Broncos? Well, they did just beat the Broncos.
I said arguably.
Yeah.
So that's...
We see you over there. You must be a Patriots fan. Keep quiet.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Our engineer is a little excited about the Pats.
Whatever.
We don't know if she's a bandwagon fan, though, or a true one.
She's a true fan. I believe it. But yeah, so I think that will be a real test to this team's ability.
We'll see what's up.
Because like I said earlier, they got smashed by the Steelers last week, who are also playing very well. I mean, let's just face it, Ben Roethlisberger has just thrown 12 touchdowns in 2 games.
Crazy.
Never done ever in the NFL before.
Crazy.
So he
God,
that team is playing really well.
Yeah, that's a loss.
But
1-9.
I remember when the Pats used to just send shivers down your spine when somebody was going to play the Patriots. It was like, oh, well, he chucked that game up.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's not like that now?
Hell no, not even close.
They
have a great record right now. They're playing well.
On a roll, but let's see if they can keep it going.
But it's not like the definite, like... Oh my God.
It's not the 2007 Patriots.
You know what's funny with the Patriots? And a lot of people don't know this. I'm sure you guys do. But it's like we have the reverse curse of like the whole Babe Ruth, Red Sox, Yankees. Because Bill Belichick was the New York Jets head coach for 1 day.
Yeah,
one
and he got the hell out of
day.
there.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, peace. And we were like, we didn't treat, like, it led up to, I think he was going to get it before they offered it to him. He went somewhere else first. But it was very much like we could have, if we would have played that right, we could have had that coach. So now we have the curse.
Well, it sucks. Anyways, back to Monday Night Football.
I think the Jets have more than a
You're
curse.
just bitter because you got a donut.
No, I'm not bitter. I just want to talk about this game, not the Jets.
You love the Jets.
No, I don't. We mentioned the receivers earlier. Reggie Wayne scored his 82nd career touchdown tonight.
He's a Hall of Famer, for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
4 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. We had T.Y. Hilton with the outrageous catch in the end zone. Basically took it right out of Rodgers-Cromartie's hands.
That was
and
amazing.
Scored.
Marty should have had that.
Colby
He did have
Fleener.
it. He took it back.
Colby
Yeah, he
Fleener,
should've
4
hung
receptions for
on.
77 yards and a touchdown. So let's talk about this receiving core that Andrew Luck has. You said earlier, Kevin, that you think it's, a lot better than a lot of the other receiving cores in the NFL.
Well, then Eli's.
Obviously, Eli doesn't really have much. But
He's not working with too much.
what do you think that these receivers are they? I don't know how I want to word this. Like, what caliber do you put them in? Do you see them as an elite caliber receivers, or do you think they're just kind of teetering on that edge of they're good, but they're just not that great?
Well, first of all, I think Reggie Wayne, his stats speak for himself. I mean, we know that he's as
Well, he was
proficient,
injured last year, so he's started slow a little bit this
which
year.
he's recovering from an I believe it was an ACL tear that he had. But I mean, he's one of the most proficient route runners, and he's a possession receiver. You can count on him. T.Y. Hilton, extremely athletic, extremely athletic.
Are you getting this?
Huh?
Are you talking to her? Are you getting this? T-Y.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you're stretching your
I
arms.
don't know if
or
you're
if
trying to make
that's
that
his
helicopter
touchdown in
land.
the
I was
dance.
like, what?
Well, you know where you got that
touchdown.
from. T.O. used to do T and then O.
Oh,
so,
but T.Y. is cooler.
yeah. But anyways, I mean,
It looked like TH.
a TH, really? Do you know what a 0 looks like?
No.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers
maybe
got
Tina
one, though.
does. Yeah.
I think Tina does.
Anyways, see, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah.
As far as a
Whatever.
receiving
T.Y.
core,
Hilton, you were
as far as a
saying he's
receiving
very
core.
Oh, he's very
Yeah.
athletic,
Yeah.
extremely athletic. He could be a deep ball threat.
I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in receiving yards right now.
Well, actually, Brown is from
The Steelers?
the Steelers. Antonio, I believe. Antonio Brown.
So, okay, then T.Y. must be right behind him or in the top 3, I believe, because...
He's up there.
Yeah, he's definitely... I agree with you. They're good.
They're not great.
They're
They
not-
have
yeah.
a really good receiving core. They're good.
Okay,
I
so
think
let me
there's
ask
Especially
you
when you have a quarterback
which
like
team?
Luck.
Which team do you think has the best receiving core?
It's hard to say because there's a lot of teams that have a good, a fantastic receiver. Like, obviously, Calvin Johnson, a fantastic
That's
receiver.
exactly what I was thinking of.
But
Calvin's
are
been
there,
out.
But how many
But
teams
he
are there with
has-
multiple?
But the
That's what I'm
core,
You know what I'm
saying.
gonna
He
tell
can
you?
go
core is
anywhere.
not.
I got to answer. Go ahead. I know exactly what the answer is for this. Who do you?
I know you're
Well,
not about
by
to
your whole
say.
demeanor, I feel like you're going to say the 49ers.
I
said
know
I'm not-
that's not
I'm
true.
not.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's a not
I
biased.
was Dude, you thought that too. That's
Yeah,
the
I knew
point.
that. I thought that's what he was gonna say, and I was like, there
No, all they
can't.
have is Davis.
Yeah, because Crabtree sucks.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't
know,
go that far. I
first
would
of
say
all-
Sorry, receiver.
First of all, Tina.
She's strong on
That's
that.
what you get when
We
you
don't-
put me
we
up
should
against
make-
a sorry receiver like Crabtree.
We should make a rule that whenever any of our respective teams get shut out the weekend before, we have the right
You
not
lost.
to say anything.
You lost too.
Barely.
Crabtree,
So what?
Crabtree
You
is a
lost.
good
We put up
receiver.
points
A
on the
loss is a
board.
loss.
We put up points
A
on the
loss
board.
is a loss.
Let me ask you a question. When was the last time the Chargers been to the Super Bowl? Oh,
Hey.
Jesus was walking the earth. So, anyways,
No.
like I said,
It was not that long ago.
Methuselah was still alive when they won, last went to
I
the
don't
Super
even
Bowl.
know
That was before
is.
Jesus.
It actually was before Jesus.
Yes,
when they-
Methuselah was actually
Yeah.
upon his death was the
Okay.
Great Flood.
In other words, it's been a long time since the Chargers have made the Super
Anyways,
Bowl.
okay.
Oh, shit.
And then one time they did go. Didn't they lose that time as
It
well?
doesn't
They
matter.
lost
Oh, my
to the
goodness.
Jets.
Get back to your question.
the
And
Chargers have-
Methuselah was actually also the longest living person.
That is very true.
Get back to your
Hey,
answer
you
of the
started
best
this.
receiving core.
The best receiving core, and I'm going to tell you this because it's the only reason why the receiving core is that dang good is because they have the best quarterback in the league. The Denver Broncos, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Wes Welker,
Yeah.
You
Julius
think
Thomas.
Peyton
And
Manning's the
reason-
best quarterback in the league?
Are you serious? Is there
Yeah, who would you put above him?
statistically, statistically,
He
Peyton
can't
Manning.
perform when it really counts, when it
Right.
really matters.
Really?
That's
We're gonna-
the
we're gonna
problem.
get back into this
No,
whole-
no, no, no. I
That's-
agree with you. I do think that he is the best quarterback in the league right now, but I don't think he can't perform when it really matters.
Okay, and that's a stigma that
He
is a
just-
justifiable
it really
stigma. that has
mattered
been
against playing the Patriots, and he just fucking he just lost. I'm
We're in the
sorry.
bar.
I'm sorry to those under 18-year-olds that are listening to
sorry.
this.
We'll be shooting from happy hour
They
next
got
week,
me.
boys and
Yeah.
girls.
They just got me all worked
Well,
up.
that, see, that's the difference. That I can take it. You guys can't take it.
If
which
I
is
had
kinda
to choose a
hysterical.
quarterback in the
Thank
league
you.
right now to lead my team, it would be Peyton Manning.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
so
Who would you choose?
I just said that. I agree. I would take Peyton Manning.
Okay, so then if it's unanimous, then
No,
why y'all
I
shooting
wouldn't
down
pick
my...
Peyton Manning. I think that, I mean, I agree with y'all. He's a great player, but I don't know. I might, it pains me, but I might take like Tom Brady or somebody.
Well,
Really?
you're a Jets fan, so your opinion's not credible. So anyways, like I said, if you do...
Just shots left and right
Hey,
tonight.
y'all just started bringing it on me.
Shots
when I was
fired.
What
talking
happened?
Niners.
I mean, like you're
Shots
a
fired.
little bit like off because of the shutout. But imagine if he would have gotten shut out 37-0. I don't think he would have showed up.
No,
Let's
I don't
just put
think
it
so
out there.
either.
He wouldn't be coming.
I first of all, that wouldn't happen. Okay, so we can't speak about hypotheticals.
Okay, top 3 quarterbacks right now. Hurry up. Let's get it out of the way.
Well, Peyton obviously was
Okay, number 2.
first. Number 2, that's a toss-up because I like Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I like Aaron Rodgers.
I
Roethlisberger.
love Aaron. Actually, I would probably take Aaron Rodgers number 2. Only thing is he's a little inconsistent sometimes, but I love Aaron Rodgers.
I might take Aaron Rodgers as my
And
number
right
Tom
now, Ben Roethlisberger.
Brady. Yeah, Roethlisberger.
That would be my 3.
I would
Okay.
Brady,
Get that-
Rodgers, Roethlisberger.
Manning, Brady.
I wouldn't take Manning. I would if I had my dream 3.
What?
I would take Brady over Manning, and I would take Rodgers and Roethlisberger. Why? Why are you looking at me like that? Tom Brady's been playing ridiculously well.
No. We're talking top 3. The fact that you left out Peyton Manning. Brady, I have no.
I don't
debate
like
over it.
Peyton Manning. I mean, I get he's good. Whatever, I can have my opinion. I get he's good.
I get
I'm
he's
just
great.
saying that he
She's like,
can't
he's
perform
good.
under pressure. He can't. I don't want that guy. I want the guy that in pressure is going to make the clutch plays. The end. Move on.
Okay, great. Let's move
You know
on.
what's funny? The last 2 Super Bowl losses that Tom Brady endured was to Peyton's little brother. Just think about that.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
see Peyton Manning last Super Bowl? Did you watch the Super Bowl last year?
I don't think Peyton Manning
Go
lost
ahead.
the Super Bowl last year.
So you guys.
I would take Tom Brady
Yes.
as probably a close number 2.
I got all
And
right.
then number 3, I would have to get a youngster like
Andrew Luck.
either Luck or Kaepernick. I'd probably have to take Kaepernick.
Thank you. Somebody knows. Somebody.
You didn't even pick him.
I
Don't
wouldn't-
give me
I
this
don't-
I
somebody.
would. You
I
know
don't
why?
think
Because
I'd-
he brings a different dynamic.
I don't think
to the
I'd
game.
put Kaepernick in the top 5. I don't think I would.
Whoa, disrespect. Would
No,
you put Rivers in the top 5?
Not right now.
Okay, good.
3 weeks ago, yes. he
Sorry,
was
all
playing
Russell
really
Wilson
well.
fans. I'm just not quite there with the. I know he's good, but I'm not quite there.
Yeah, I'm not quite
I
there.
love this. The Seahawks are great, but Russell Wilson alone by himself still has a lot of proving
Exactly.
to me
Yeah.
to do. So I'm
And-
not there yet. He's still.
Kevin
I'm still.
would
The door's
also
still
put
open
Romo
for
in
him
the
though.
top
Dude, Romo actually.
Getting crazy, getting crazy.
Romo was in my.
Romo was actually looking pretty good. this year.
Romo
He
was
had
in my
some-
top bottom 3.
Okay, let's.
Actually, let's say our
You
top
guys,
bottom 3. Geno
let's-
Smith,
Oh my gosh.
Michael Vick, and then I would throw in.
Anyway.
Rex Gross. No, I would throw in Kirk
Just for
Cousins.
being the coach.
Okay, so let's move on to our predictions for next week.
Okay, yeah. Who plays who? Let's do it real quick.
We have.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Did they change that?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
that is new. So the
AfterBuzz
Colts
TV.
have a bye week and then they play the Patriots.
Ooh, Colts or Patriots? Who do you pick?
It's at home, so the Colts do have the home field advantage. They're coming off a bye week. I don't know who the Patriots play next week, but do you know? I want to go with the Colts.
Man.
I think it's a little bit of an underdog prediction, but I'm going to take the Colts. The Giants are playing the Seahawks. Obviously, the Seahawks are going to win.
And where is it?
At Seattle.
Okay. And what's the
I'll take Seattle as well. Seattle,
next
wait,
Monday
Seattle
Night
over
Football?
who? Who are they playing?
Oh, I didn't even look that up. Giants are playing the Seahawks next week.
Oh, yeah. Seahawks for sure.
Seahawks and Colts or Patriots?
Patriots.
Okay, Kevin.
I'll take the Colts, and I'm going to take the Giants.
And I actually am also going to take the Colts and the Giants. That's what I had written down.
Wow,
And,
you guys are
who-
both
Next
gonna
week
lose
we
next
have
week.
the Panthers and the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles.
Easily.
I'm taking the Eagles.
Actually,
I'm taking the
li-
Panthers because Mark Sanchez is playing.
Wait. What was the last matchup?
Eagles and
Versus?
Panthers.
Eagles
Oh, wait,
and
I
Panthers?
skipped one. That's week 10. Sorry. We're
Oh,
on week
shit.
9 next week, right?
No, week 9 was this week.
Yeah,
Okay, so then, yeah.
So Eagles versus...
Eagles, Panthers.
yeah. I'll take
and
that.
where,
I'll take the Eagles.
Where is it?
I'll say it don't matter where it's at. Eagles are going to win that one.
No way.
It's in Philly.
Is it?
Yeah, so I'm definitely taking the Eagles. Even
That is who you're going to take. I
even
think we got
though
to wrap it up.
it's
Eagles.
Sanchez out.
I'm going to take the Panthers because Sanchez might fumble because he hasn't done it in Philly
that
yet.
is
We'll
right.
see, we'll
I
see.
didn't take into consideration
Those
Mark
are all of them?
Sanchez.
Yep,
I'm going to
that's
take the
it.
Panthers now.
All right. Me and you were on point with the same. What?
All right. Well,
Cam Newton.
we'll see what happens.
I love Cam Newton.
I love Cam Newton, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, tell everyone where they can find you.
Go ahead. You were going to go.
I know, but I was
okay.
going to go ladies first.
You
so.
guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Stef Z with an F. Go to my profile. There's a link there. I need your votes. Also, real quick, I wanted to say we said his name wrong last week. The Rev LaCour, who he is like our number one fan.
yeah.
He writes every week.
Yes, we love
Congratulations,
you.
your Chiefs beat my Jets. I'm not a sore loser. Thanks for watching.
Chiefs.
Did you really think that there was going to be another outcome between the Chiefs and the Jets?
Just shut up and tell the
Anyways,
people where they can find you.
you can find me on Twitter at HeyKevinJohn and Instagram at HeyKevinJohn, and that's where you can find me.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Club Thaddeus.
And you can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Tina Cap. And I apologize for my colorful language. I didn't mean to drop that F-bomb.
Oh, yes.
there,
Thanks for
but-
reminding us.
We just lost about 200
No,
viewers.
it was an
Thank you.
accident. Everyone, people make mistakes, and
People drop
Sports
F-bombs
make
all
people
the
get
time.
heated.
yes,
She's
I'm
heated.
apologizing.
Just like the Chargers getting
It's
humiliated
all
was an
Steph's
accident.
fault.
Oh, everything's my fault. Wait, is it the Jets' fault?
It's the Jets' fault always. Please
It's Phillip Rivers' fault.
keep giving us your comments. We love them.
37
we love
and
you.
0.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
37 and 0.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
37 and 0.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.